Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for Brian's post game sports live. Well, as you saw from the subheading, Coach Belichick will not be in the Hall of Fame. Now, this is a shocking and even surprising thing because when I first saw it, I could not believe it. We are talking about one of the greatest, if not arguably one of the greatest coaches in NFL history, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. That is, to me, absurd. And here's why. Here's some of the accolades so we can get a better, clearer description of what he was as a coach and what he means to the NFL. The man has six Super Bowls as a head coach. 2001, 2003, 2004, 2014, 2016, and 2018, most in NFL. Total Super Bowls, including two as a defensive coordinator in 1986 for the New York Jets or the New York Giants. He has six Super Bowl appearances. He has nine conference titles, 17 division titles, total victories. He has 333 regular season playoff, only trailing Don Scullen at 347. And here's what else. Longest winning streak, 21 consecutive games, including playoffs from 2003 to 2004. Perfect regular season, 16 and 0 in 2007. Coach Belichick is one of the three head coaches to win six NFL titles as head coach, uh, the leader of the Patriots in 19 consecutive seasons from 2001 to 2019. And that's basically absurd because he was one of the greatest, if not arguably, because some will argue they can go through a list of head coaches proving this. But this goes to show that he's arguably one of the greatest. He won six Super Bowls as a head coach. And the reason why they're mostly doing this is because of the floodgate that happened back in 2017 when he cheated and stole play calls. But we got to take a step back because that was 2017. We're in 2026. That was over a decade ago. That was 19 years ago. Just so we can get a clear of what he was to his players, we're going to look up quotes from players that Coach Belichick has coached. Quotes from players that Coach Belichick has coached said about him. Hold on for a second. I'm sorry for the delay. Quotes from NFL players that Coach Belichick has coached. Here's one from the quarterback that won six Super Bowls with him. Tom Brady, he's the best coach to ever coach in the NFL. That is Tom Brady. Randy Moss responded to Coach Belichick's players when winning games. Players can't win if they don't have a good coach. That is true. So those are just quotes from two NFL players that have played under Coach Belichick's. But for him not to get into the Hall of Fame is just completely absurd because he is well deserving. This man has made a difference in the NFL. And not to get into the Hall of Fame is absurd. Now, I know fans and other people and fans that were not a fan of the New England Patriots may say, oh, well, he cheated. Downright, he should not get into the playoffs. You're going to let a man that cheated into the Hall of Fame? Well, let's pump our brakes there a bit, people. Yes, he did cheat. He did do those things. But we should not stop a person from getting into the Hall of Fame just because he made a mistake that was over 19 years ago. We want to remember what he meant to the NFL. Just so we can get another clear understanding, we're going to look up another thing. What has Coach Belichick meant? What has Coach Belichick meant to the NFL? Coach Belichick revolutionized the NFL and Pell's success, most notably leading the New England Patriots to 6 Super Bowl, as was stated earlier. 6 Super Bowl championships as a head coach and 2 as a defensive coordinator. He holds the record for Super Bowl appearances. And here's another thing. Dynasties built. He directed one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history with the New England Patriots, 6 Super Bowl titles in 18 seasons. Record set total in 33 wins, including playoffs with the New England Patriots Browns, second only to Dan Sholin, as was brought up earlier, 347. Defensive coordinator. Before his head coach success, he was revealed defensive minded with 2 Super Bowls with the New York Giants. Unmatched preseason success. 31 postseason wins are the most in NFL history. So as you can see, this is what he has meant to the NFL. Now we're going to look up most wins that he has against an opponent. Most wins that Coach Belichick has against opponents. He has 30, 30, 36-13, including 1-1 playoff record against the New York Giants. He's 38-3 against the Buffalo Bills. He's 23-13 against Miami. Against the Indianapolis Colts, he's 4-16, including playoff matchups. Against the Steelers, he's 10-3. So these are just what he has done against his opponents. Even his opponents acknowledge how great he is. NFL coaches that have acknowledged Coach Belichick as a great coach. Nick Saban, as a longtime friend. Nick Saban has featured defenses and praised Coach Belichick's ability to manipulate highlights and his capability to establish the culture. Tom Brady, as we quoted earlier, while a player, his accolades for Coach Belichick, calling him the best coach to ever coach in the NFL. That's Tom Brady. He had won 6 Super Bowl rings with Belichick. What has coaches said about Coach Belichick as being one of the greatest coaches? Quote, here. Bill Parcells, a former head coach, mentioned, I think it's safe to say that Coach Belichick is going down as one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. No debate in that. Just put him right up there at the top of the conversation. You can put his name up there with everybody who has ever done it. John Harbaugh, which he has played against or coached against Coach Belichick. John Harbaugh, Baltimore Ravens head coach. Belichick is the greatest coach of our generation, without question. I don't think anyone could ever doubt that. He's been a great motivator, a great friend. I have the most up respect for him. And those are just head coaches that have praised and acknowledged Coach Belichick as the greatest. Well, I rambled on and on about this. I thank you guys for listening, and I thank you guys for staying tuned. If you don't mind, please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. This is Brian Post Game Sports Live. Until we meet again next time, bye guys.